sense. I liked what Pierre said about not perfection, but perfectibility. So it brings is a sense of an ability. It brings in a sense of a capacity. And that we are endowed with the capacity to know the limitlessness of the perfection which is there, but it is a discovery. And in the whole process that we allow our instruments, whether it's the senses, the body, or the work, to be refined. And somewhere the thought also came is that, this was like somebody did a column, there was a very perfect, and I said, wow, this is so perfect. Till one child came and walked over it, and it was gone. Or like when I'm cleaning in Matri Mandir, and I'm looking back and say, wow, this looks so perfectly clean, and there the leaves drop in. And I remember Karthik always telling me, it's nature's way to remind impermanence. So in that moment, the joy of seeing it was there, but when I became attached to it and a thing came, oh, it should be clean like this, the lesson was dropped in there. And so for me, I think it's going back to say is that it is a continuous journey. It is a journey of doing the best that I can in the here and now, but yet being open and surrendering to the higher grace working through. And the call of perfection is a very inner thing felt in the body, like Pierre kept saying, how do I feel in that moment? And that can never be subjected to somebody else because he or she comes in from a very different lens and a perspective. But as long as I can stay committed, as long as I stay true and allow myself to be molded in, like in the words Lakshmiji mentioned, learning and unlearning, and that it is even beyond this lifetime of birth, but just allow that to see how much I can in this birth of mine. So I think I just love to be able to close on that, and thank you for bringing in the nuances of it and how Mother and Sri Aurobindo allowed that to express. And yes, I would love to have a world which Pierre said I was never exposed to, that world of judgment and conditioning, and that maybe, where Auroville is a place that is meant to be that as an example, we work towards to make that happen.
You said something about capacities, you see?
Yeah.
And this is, Aurobindo is very clear when in the chapter, the Gnostic being, that the Gnostic being has no capacity.
Mm-hmm.
It's just receptive to what comes. So it becomes, the idea is to become totally transparent and to be totally receptacle of the divine force. Even the mother, she said that she was, when they were building Gold, she was asked questions, very technical questions. She could reply and say, I don't have this knowledge, but it comes when it is needed. So that's the idea. So once I was asked by a visitor, what do you want to be in the future? And I replied, I would like to be a total idiot, you see? To be receptive to whatever comes. And not, because most of us, especially artists, there is usually quite an ego behind. So the ego is the thing to drop.
I think that's a perfect ending. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us today, and